And y'all, listen, I am super excited to have Mr. I'm Not God, Mr. Koofy Down in every color. I'm super excited to have Samoht. How are you?
I'm doing good, feeling good.
Good. Well, you're looking good. I see you.
Thank you. Don't gas me, not this early. Wait till the end of the gas me.
Well, I'm super excited to have you. I am not just someone here that just wants to have this conversation, but someone who enjoys your music. When people say the word artist, I think that term is really loosely used, okay? But you are an artist for real, like from your fashion, from the way that you present your performances, everything is so detailed. And so I'm excited to talk about not just your music. We know you can sing us under the pews and under the benches, but you also are the complete package. And so I just wanted to start the conversation, not trying to gas you. That is genuinely how I feel. So one of the things that I love about you is your roots. You know, I'm a country church girl in Texas, grew up in the church. And so I know for me, what the evolution has looked like going from the church to doing what I'm doing now. How has that journey been for you going from, Wilson, North Carolina church boy to, Samoht, who you are now?
It's been interesting. I think most people like to use, I got church hurt, so that's why I'm doing R&B, or that's why I'm not really into bashing the church.
Right.
It's more so individuals, but there's not evil people, but there's people that aren't up to par in every type of industry, every type of organization.
Yeah.
My love for music got me to where I'm at, and my love for art as well. So it wasn't like, I left the church, man, I'm done with them. Wasn't that. It was more so I want to express myself artistically.
Yeah.
But I couldn't express myself in the way I wanted to. Holy isn't a word. Well, holy is a word. Thank you, Lord. But, as a whole.
Right.
Hallelujah. So like I would do like performance pieces at churches, and they'll be like,
it went over the head.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be doing this. You run background dancers. Come on.
Got background dancers to the church.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the pictures will come out at some point. I'm gonna get my PR team on it. But yeah, it was I just knew that I was supposed to be singing somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you brought up that point, because that's one thing that I noticed when I found out about your music. I was like, why am I in? This ain't gospel. Like, it don't say gospel. I didn't hear Jesus, but I am like in a full, you know what I'm saying? I know you hear this a lot, but a full worship. And this guy is not singing about that. So it was interesting to me that your avenue was a little different, but you are very much so still ministering, because, we'll get into that in just a moment, from your latest projects. But I love that you touched on that. I do think that there is a responsibility in a lifestyle that definitely comes with being putting that title of gospel on it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm glad you touched on that, because I always wondered that why he doesn't do gospel, because we're already there. We could have just went on with it.
It's out of respect. And I think
right.
When you go into certain communities, you have to go into it with respect. So me doing a feature is way different from, when you get msha.ke to ask you to do a song, you do the song.
Yeah.
You get my to ask you to do a song, you do the record.
Yeah.
But doing a whole gospel joint would be like, I just would need to be in a certain place. I would have to feel led to do it.
Right. Okay, led. All right.
I do talk church. I do.
Me too. I got you.
Ghetto, but I talk church. So
listen, same. So I love that you're true to yourself, like not going away from those roots, but being, like you said, respecting, that genre. But again, that's one of the things that I appreciate about you is your authenticity. I say about you that you are consistently consistent, not just in your your craft. But in everything you do, every time I see you, whether it's social media, performance, we know you're going to dress. Okay, you're going to come with it. And we know that we're going to get the good music, but just your genuine, like you come with positive vibes. Like I be watching on the lives and, I've seen you just how you are, even with your fans and your followers. You love them.
I do.
Like for real. I mean, like, ain't no way I would be letting people in like that, but you love them. And I love that. Where does that come from? Because everybody ain't like that.
I've seen some of my favorite artists, they're very up close and personal with their fans. And they built a community, and without even knowing it, I recorded my album Exit, and I was always going live. At that point, it was like, nobody really paying attention to my live but those people.
Yeah.
They like gave themselves a name called Third Shift, then eventually The Force. And I don't know, they cool. Like none of them are crazy.
That's good.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm playing.
It's always one. It's always one.
It's always like one or two is trying to follow you home,
Always one. Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because I think people forget that even when you get to a certain place, a certain level, those are the people that help you get there. Like those are the people that share your music and tell people like this is who that is. So I love that you've acknowledged that and you acknowledge your fans. And you're so sweet to them, so kind to them. I want to know, what is the inspiration behind everything that you do, the headwear, the cowboy hats, the everything? Like, what is the inspiration behind that? Even the colors. And I know that you're very intentional. I've paid attention to that. I don't think that I've seen you do anything that was necessarily unintentional. Even in your lives, like certain color lights. I'm like, what is the inspiration behind some of these things?
For me, being intentional is just going with the flow of things, and everything has a flow. So each project I go into, I lead with the color before I even get the title. Like Exit, I wanted it to feel like yellow, clearly, because yellow was in the album artwork. With the hats and everything, some people think like, oh, it's a gimmick. It's like, no, I just really wear these hats. Like I've been wearing these hats for years. Like I was in New York walking around with a cowboy hat on just to go to work. Like for real. So it's intentional, but it's intentional from the soul. And so that's why it feels like, is he like programmed? Did he plan to do
right?
It? It wasn't necessarily a plan, but it's just I went with the flow. I'm in alignment with my flow.
Yeah. I love that. And again, that speaks to the artistry of who you are and knowing, that's also knowing yourself, being self-aware, because that's something when I came into this year, my word for the year was intentionality. And in getting to that, I got to know who Angela is and know like, okay, what is, like I said, I'm churchy too. What is God saying in this moment? What's happening in the season? What's that shift? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? So again, that speaks to knowing who you are as an artist and as a person. We talked about the inspiration from, the things that you do and how you present it. But I want to know the inspiration behind your latest projects. So we have some companion projects. We have Clear and we have Alpha. And I want to start with Clear first, because Clear is where I'm at right now. Okay. I ain't made it to Alpha yet. I'm still working.
Alpha ain't going nowhere.
So Clear, and when I say I haven't made it yet, goodness. I'm saying that I'm so into Clear because I'm in that healing process. I'm gonna be honest. I'm in that place where I'm like, trying to forgive, trying to remove myself from a certain situation and move forward in that without looking back. So I've listened to Alpha, but Clear is where I'm at in my personal life. So what was the inspiration behind that project?
I wanted to cleanse myself before I went into this new season. I didn't want to go into fall with summer clothes. You know what?
Did you come to preach today? Did you come to give a word?
Cash App is at the bottom of the screen now, guys, as I'm preaching. No,
no, but for real, I think I read a quote that you stated, and you said, "Clear yourself from the trauma, or you will grow into a toxic alpha." And you had to clear you had to clear trauma from your life in order to be a true alpha. And I identified with that so much. And I think that's what I mean by clear is just where I'm at. I first heard "I Forgive You" just scrolling through Facebook, minding my own business, and someone posted a clip. And when I tell you, I cried like a baby. I don't think people understand how powerful forgiveness is. Mm-hmm. And that it's not, you hear it all the time, it's not cliche, y'all, it's for real. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you. Because when you do not forgive, the detriment that it does to your mental, to your emotional, to your spiritual health, your physical health even, is horrible. Yeah. And so when I heard that clip of your song, I was like, yo, I thought I was good. I thought I had healed. I thought I had forgave. But I was like, I'm talking about baby, like crying. And so I love every piece of, you can tell you were going through something. You can tell it was a journey for you. And so I love that. So Lingering is another one. Okay. That's all I got.
Name of the wine.
Listen.
Lingering. Listen.
What was that? What's going on? Why you have to do us like that?
No. You know how you were in a situation, and some time has gone by, and it's been like a lot of time. And you feel like, I really should be over this.
Yeah.
What is it? What's going on?
Right.
And that's why I expressed it. So people could feel understood. But at the end of the record, I said, break the soul tie God. Because I wanted people to know that's exactly what it is.
Listen, you ain't never lied. When I heard that's another one, I was like, it ain't no gospel, but that's how I was, like, for real. Because it's so true. Not even, because a lot of people don't like to talk about soul ties and they think it's just a churchy term, but it's real. But the fact that you said that, it also let me realize that you need God in order to really move forward. Like, we can't do that stuff by ourselves. It's a lot. It's the whole lot. I start thinking about what they did and how they did it. And, it's a lot to just be okay with your no sometimes. And so I love that song. So anybody who is dealing with, trying to make a decision or trying to stay where you are and not go backwards, and you're going through that valley of decisions, listen to Lingering. Okay, listen to that. Be Okay is another one of my favorites. I'm just breaking down my favorites right now, y'all. Y'all have to go listen to the whole project, but these are my favorites. Be Okay. I heard it in a time when I really, really needed it the most. My grandfather passed at the beginning of this year. Still in this pandemic, still a whole bunch going on, whole bunch of crazy. And Be Okay was one of those songs that was like, you know what? I'm going to be okay. It's going to be all right, because Samoht said it's going to be all right. What inspired that? And how did you get to the point to be like, I'm going to be okay?
Jeremiah 29:11 really,
yeah. So you're trying to start something tonight. I think you're trying to start something.
I was, I didn't mean to start anything, but it's your energy. It's your fault. But yeah, Jeremiah 29:11 really put a lot of things in perspective for me, and any kind of anxiety. I'm not a person that goes around saying, yo, I got anxiety, but I had it and didn't even know I had it because I'm just so used to coping with it. One of my homeboys was a producer named Tequay. We did a record named 29:11, and when he played me the track, I had Jeremiah 29:11 on my wall, and he just kept pointing and kept pointing. I just eventually looked up, and he was high, by the way. I eventually looked up, like, what is this? What is this dude looking up at? Like, why are he pointing? And he was pointing at the scripture. He was like, bro, you need to say this. You need to say this. So I made Alpha before I made Clear, but Clear came out first. So that's why on Clear you got Be Okay because of 2911 on Alpha. So it's just that verse. For I know the plans I have for you, thus said the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. I don't have to worry about anything then.
I ain't got to worry about nothing.
Why am I worried? Our bodies aren't designed to be worried all day. That's where these issues come from and things getting enhanced. And like we're supposed to have a moment to reset and relax and release.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 29:11 for me. And I don't have it all together because I be forgetting a lot with what I do. But when I do get a chance, I'm like, why am I worried about this?
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, we weren't built for that. I love that. We weren't built and made to carry that. And so I love that. And it speaks to the time that we're in. Like, who thought like a year later we would still be where we are in this pandemic? And I mean, like, it's crazy. And it doesn't seem to be getting better. But like you said, to know that, we do have hope in the midst of it all. And so I love that. Now jump into Alpha. Okay. First of all, before we jump into Alpha, I just want to know, was it hard getting all that glitter up off of you? Because I was like, it's a nice color and everything, but I've dealt with glitter and it ain't no joke. So first of all, how did that artwork come about for that?
Yeah. To answer your question real quick, it was definitely hard. I just got the glitter.
Glitter ain't no joke.
It ain't. And you can't just wash it in the shower because it's not good for the environment. So that's a whole process. I had a dream that somebody was offering me wealth, and this person had like these two protectors with them, and the protectors. You ever seen The Mummy? You ever seen like when they're in the desert and the mummy's face is formed in the sand? So imagine the mummy is standing there and you see all the sand going, but it's not just sand, it's diamonds, it's jewels, it's the dust is black, but it's in the form of a human face. And these guys had on turtlenecks and they had on like these jackets that were real fly, but their skin was stardust, and you could see like the diamonds and stuff like just flowing through their skin.
Wow.
And when I woke up from the dream, I wrote it down. And when it came time to, I felt like, that's where I want to be, immersed in my wholeness. So that's where the inspiration came from with the album artwork. I wanted to be in my own magic and own it and not be ashamed of it or dumb it down. So.
I love that. That's definitely something that I picked up on. Love of self, love of a significant other, love of our melanin, our blackness, like all of that, what, I guess encompasses Alpha. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm still on Clear. I'm still working through my process.
There where you at. That's a good place.
It's a good place. So let's start with the latest single, Us at Night. Listen. I said, how is it that he can have me right there, and then now I'm twerking and looking back at with us? What is this? What is this? I love the visuals, by the way. The visuals recently dropped, and I love that. Speak to how that came about. Even the visuals, all of it.
My manager wanted me to be on a motorcycle. He wanted us to be floating in the sky. He had all these like, Negro, scale it down. Come on. But we did literally everything that we wanted to do with the video. I wanted a significant other in the video, just to represent the power of Black love. In general. Because when you're sharing yourself with another person, that is a blessing. It is magical. When you get them texts, you feel great. You get them calls, you feel great. You already was feeling great, but you just feel greater.
Yeah.
So I wanted to exude that energy and manifest it, for people who want that type of energy in their life. It was cold.
It was cold.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Couldn't
tell you
tell.
in the
Y'all
video.
had to heat it up.
Yeah, it was heated, but I wasn't supposed to be looking so serious on the bike. But it was either I closed my mouth or I was gonna be like this. That's how cold it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did a good job.
Thank you.
You couldn't tell. And she was beautiful as well. Beautiful. Okay. Huh?
Just shout out to Jashanta.
Jashanta. Love the name. Okay, so we're talking about love of a significant other. Who is Naomi? I just want to know. That was another favorite off of Alpha. And I was like, oh, who is this? Because he's singing this one. What's going on here? What is that all about?
Naomi is inspired by Naomi Campbell.
Okay.
You know how her energy, just like her on the runway, or her when she speaks.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beautiful woman of color. She's very confident, and it can be intimidating, but I like intimidating.
All right. Last one that's my favorite on Alpha is Black Story. I love the interlude, and I love
Black Story.
Yes, I love that. And the reason why I love it so much because the last season of the podcast, I dedicated it to us as Black people, our ingenuity, our creativity. All of my guests for the entire season were Black. I mean, we titled it Black is King. And I was very intentional about that because I do think that with the last few years that we've had, not to mention, our past and all of that, but in the last few years that we've had, I thought it was really important to remind us to love on ourselves, to remind us how amazing we are, how wonderful we are, to love ourselves, our skin, no matter what's going on around us, no matter who wants to tear us down or make us feel like we are not that, because we are all of that. And so that was one of my favorites. And was that you in the interlude? That was your voice? So how did that come about, and what was your inspiration for that?
When I heard the beat, the same producer Taquay, he made that record. When I heard the beat, I was like, "Ooh, okay, ooh, okay," and it made me want to. Can I cuss on your podcast?
Yeah, you all right.
It made me want to talk shit. So but I'm intentional when I do talk shit on the record, and I'm not a rapper at all, but I like to have fun. So it was just like I wanted to talk about what was going on, like I do in my normal conversations. And
exactly.
I was joking around as though, like, it being surprising to outside Blackers, that we are thriving and we are successful and we are getting our mental health together finally. Without feeling like, we have to survive. We're actually trying to live and create generational wealth and stuff. So I just wanted to give my people a push and say, yo, keep going. We got this.
I love it. What does the future look like for Samoht? Are we to look for a full EP, tour dates? What does the future look like, at least for the rest of 2021?
Rest of 2021. Usually I wouldn't say, but I'm gonna tell you everything because I like you. I like your energy.
Thank you.
I'm going to make another album this year. I got a lot of goodness to give. It's going to be some of my best work to date. I feel really good about it. I haven't gotten done with it all, but I feel really, really good about it. But I'm going to drop another EP before I do the album. So
I love it.
A lot of music from me.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I said when I listened to Alpha, even though you said it was done before Clear, just Alpha being beginning, I said it's something different here. Like he's definitely shifting, and I like it. And so
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited about Clear. I'm excited about Alpha and everything that you have going on currently. But definitely looking for more and excited about more in the future. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been fun.
Mm.
Let the people know how they can stay in contact with you for everything that you have going on.
Y'all can find me at samohtmusic.com or Samoht Music on any social media platform. Yeah, come holler at me.
Yeah, come on. He cool, y'all. He cool people. He
That's
cool.
usually cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you hearing her tell it. I don't even have to.
Oh, make sure you tell Street Pastor I said what's up. I've been missing him and his ministry. You know, he got me through some hard times. You know, make sure you tell him I said hello.
He actually hit me up and asked me if I can get in contact with you because he wants to interview with you at some point because he has something he wants to promote.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make sure to reach out and get in contact with
contact your people.
My people. Yeah. Cool. But y'all heard it here, Samoht. Thank you so much for joining me again. Y'all make sure you go check out the music, check out what's out right now, the project EPs that are out right now, and stay in contact with this amazing soul. I'm telling y'all, I believe that we haven't seen anything yet. Until next time, you're listening to and watching the Ever Evolving Podcast.